Deep work. It's high value, high concentration work which must be done without interruption. At first, I couldn't relate to Cal Newport's concept because he's a computer scientist involved in understanding intricate nuances of coding, etc. The more I let it sink in, the more I saw that deep work paralleled what I was doing in my 20s, locked away in my studio, not doing much besides applying paint to canvases. In fact, he uses the example of a former tech genius who lost interest and became an expert blacksmith, rediscovering ancient methods and loving what he was making. The book made me own the fact that jumping from project to project without finishing any of them wasn't a matter of my style. It was a bad habit I had developed over time. In part, that's because while I was trying to write or design something at my computer, I zoomed off into web surfing and YouTube, where one entertaining thing leads to another. An hour has gone by, but I haven't really accomplished anything. I started to notice that and found it not so hard to stay on task. I have been an enemy of multitasking for more than a few years. Every study I've read shows it causes one to do two or more things in a way that is mediocre. Specifically, in my visual thinking class, I teach methods for enhanced creativity, and I know there is no better way to screw up your own innovation thinking than to mix brainstorming with critique and analysis. My classic example is, let's say I want to take a trip to Europe in April. First I think Barcelona to Lisbon to Provence to Paris. How great! Next is a thought like, but I only have 5 days and $500. At that point I gesture with my hand pointing at my foot, thumb as a gun trigger. Bang! I just shot myself in the foot. A piece of creative advice. Separate the dreaming from the analysis and critique. Next up, I'll discuss why Cal Newport says you should probably quit all social media.